Hey guys, Trey Trimble here. I have a fun tutorial today, kind of. I mean, I thought it was kind of fun working on it. I had a project to do, and I'm going to show you what I learned during it, I guess, in the process of it. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Alright, so here's the project file. This lemon drops in, spins around, now it's flat facing us, it cuts in 3 slices, and the word joy comes out. I'll play it for you right here. Alright, let's get right into it. Close this. We'll open a new one. 1280, 720 is good. Alright. Well, let's start by making our background. Here's solid BG for background. That color does not matter because we're going to change it in the gradient ramp here. We're going to create gradient ramp. Boom. Alright, let's see. Radial ramp. Swap the colors. Bring this down to the middle here, or roughly to it. And then we'll take our end of ramp and we're going to move it to a corner. Doesn't matter which one because then it's just the same distance away. So to a corner. Alright, let's make this first color a nice bright cherry blue. And we'll make this one a deeper, more saturated kind of blue here. That works. For the Sunburst, I made this. It's 1920 by 1080 times 2. So it's 3840 by 2160. Just so whenever it was spinning, you wouldn't see any edges or corners because it wouldn't be big enough to fit. So that, we'll drop that into our comp here. Put it on top so we can see it. Alright. Just to show you what I'm talking about, if you didn't make it twice the size, if it was the actual size, and you set the rotation, you'd see these corners because it's not big enough to cover the whole comp. I want to apologize for my voice. I've got this Arkansas weather, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, is messing my allergies all up. Alright, so that's why you make it twice the size. So when it's rotating, there's no issues. Look at there. Alright, we're going to hit R for rotation, get that up. Alt, click, stopwatch. We're going to type time star shift 8. And then let's go 20. So time asterisk 20. Alright, and that gives us that. And that's going to rotate the entire length of the video, however long it is, at that speed. So it's steady. Let's go to our, hit F4, or if you're in a Mac, function F4. Then go to soft light, and then hit T for opacity, and go down to, let's say, 25. Yeah. Alright, let's get some fruit in here. New folder, we're going to call it fruit, just so you get, or frutas, whatever. Alright, just to get a good habit of being organized, it helps out a ton. Alright, let's get our lemon pieces here, all 3 of them. You have a regular lemon from the side, the lemon slice, and the front or back side of the lemon, whichever you want to believe that is. Alright, let's drop them all in here in the center. Boom. Alright, S for scale. Let's scale them all down till right about, well, let's scale it where lemon fits comfortably right about there. Now let's take our lemon inside, scale it down to where the top and bottom matches that lemon, so right about there. See where the top is and the bottom that matches, that's where we want. And then we'll take our lemon front, find out where it's at, and we're going to scale it the same, so right about there. Alrighty, so those are all scaled correctly to each other. Let's make a right click, make a null object. We'll bring it to the top of our lemons. Let's click one, shift click the bottom one so we have all of our lemon pieces selected. Grab the pick whip and parent it to the null. Alright, now our null is set, so we remove the null, all those pieces move with them. So let's see, let's go to about 3 seconds to give us time for the video to open up. Alright, let's hit P for position on our null. We'll click right there, click the stopwatch, Let's bring it over, not very far, like right there. And then let's just move it up out of frame. Boom. Alright, and one thing is that came in handy in that video, comes in handy often, is something by Dan Ebberts here. This inertial balance expression, created by Dan Ebberts at motionscript.com. I recommend it. I may include it in the description, but he deserves all credit for this. It is a really handy expression. So you go over here, you alt-click your stopwatch in your position, and you just paste it in there, and you hit enter. And that adds this, boom. See how it bounces real clean, smooth, pretty like. That is thanks to Dan Ebberts. Alright, if you want to edit it, you would scroll down to our decay frequency and amp. And the most I ever touch is probably here. You can go to 2, just show you a dramatic difference here. And it'll go, but it still kind of stops a little sudden for me, but that just adds a little more wiggle to it if you want to do that for editing that. Alright, so those are set. So it comes in, bounces, and stops. So what we're going to do now is turn our lemon inside and front off. Let's take our lemon here, hit F4 so we can get to our options here. Make it a 3D layer, and then turn motion blur off of this. Hit R for rotation, and stopwatch the Y rotation. Move over probably about there-ish, I don't know, not too far, just eyeball it. And then set this to, say, 3. Boom. Alright, and let's do the same for our lemon front. Let's go ahead and make that 3D layer, and let's just copy the Y rotation here. So Command or Control C. Let's do it right here. Okay, C, then go to your lemon front, R, click the Y, Control or Command V. And that pastes the spin there too. So let's go to our last keyframe on that. Let's click the lemon, Alt, right bracket, and our lemon front, click Alt, left bracket. That way when this just gonna spin in, and now it's lemon front, because this is not a full 3D object. We can't just spin it however we want to. So, alright. Let's go and add the expression to the lemon front as well. So let's go over here. Let's alt click the stopwatch of the lemon front, Y rotation. Control V, enter. Alright. So now we should have a pretty good animation here. There it is. Turns into that. Alright. Spin that, and once it gets done spinning into the front, let's go ahead and take pardon me, our lemon inside, drag it to the bottom of the lemon front and everything. Alright, and then we'll just alt left bracket where it's at there, turn it back on so you can see it. Alright, what we're going to do here is hit Y for pan behind. We want to grab our anchor and put it to the very corner of the lemon front here. And let's see, we're going to hit R for rotation, stopwatch, and then we're going to do F. No, we're not going to F9. Let's just do regular keyframe right there. Alright, and let's go over, not too far. Let's rotate this. Boom. That's what the anchor point does. It's handy. So let's stop it right about there. And we're going to again add that expression. So we're going to alt click rotation, Control V. Let's add that expression to that too. So it's alright. And then to add more of those slices, you hit V. You just click and click your layer you want to copy. Hit Control D and Control D. So we have 2 copies. Select them both. Let's just slide one over and Control click that one off and move this one over. That's probably too much over though. Let's go ahead and scoot them a little closer. It's Alt mouse wheel up to zoom in. Okay, now let's look at that. Alright, now what you want to do to add more more interesting is on where your keyframe starts. Go ahead and hit Y on the second slice. Let's move our anchor point up a little bit on the lemon, and then same thing for the third one. Click the third one, and go to that first keyframe. Get your Y for pan behind. Grab your anchor point, move it up even higher than that last one, and then they all go different angles there. Also handy. A little bit more. There you go. Boom. And then let's go ahead and hit there's some text layer here. Let's call it joy. Alright. Let's scale it up. Let's go ahead and look at the end. We'll have it come out right about here. Rotate it like so. Okay. So now we hit R on that layer, keyframe, P, keyframe, and then we'll hit U to see both of our keyframes. Everything's keyframe. Alright, now those set, let's just scroll back to before that happens. Let's roll this down here, and then we'll rotate it, that, move it inside the lemon here. Alright, there's that. Now we're going to hit G for our mask, our pin tool, my bad. We're going to create a mask with our pin tool. So just kind of get around this lemon here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough because it's going to be flying by it so quick, doesn't really matter too much. And then we'll just come down here. Alright. Mask, hit M for mask. Keyframe the mask, kick the stopwatch there. And let's go ahead and F for feather, and let's feather it like 8. You had an 8 feather. Alright, hit U again to show all our keyframes here. And then let's keyframe to the end. I hold down Shift to snap to the keyframes, so it's perfect there. Double click one of our pinpoints here. Let's move it down to where the lemon was at again. And let's rotate it because it got rotated with the layer, text layer. So right about there-ish, enter. And let's set our mask to subtract. There we go. Alright, now turn our masking off so you can see it better. Boom. Alright. Also, for the position, let's go ahead and add that same expression again. So Alt, stopwatch, Control V, enter. And the rotation. Alt click stopwatch on rotation, Control V paste. There we go. Now that's set. Let's make the let's slide the joy. Let's make it a little bit faster. So let's hit U to show all of our keyframes. Let's move these keyframes a little closer together and a little over. So our in between slices not moving so much with it. There you go. A little more jiggle, a little more randomness. Let's go ahead and make, let's click our beginning keyframe on our text layer, Alt, left bracket, just to make sure it's clean, it doesn't show up anywhere else. Boom. One thing I will do is on, before the lemon slices start coming out, let's go ahead and parent our joy to the null also. Make it a child of the null. When our lemon slices start getting cut, let's click a position keyframe right there, scoot over to where it all ends, right there-ish where the joy snaps to its position, and let's go ahead and drag these down to another position here. Yeah, clean. Preview. Perfect. Alright, and that just about does it, really. That's how to become a fruit ninja. All you do is add the sound effects that kind of sell it better. One thing that helps clean it up is if you turn on, don't forget to turn on your motion blur. That makes a world of difference. There you go. The motion blur just makes all the difference in the world. Right when our lemon slices start coming out, right about there, let's go to our background here, our blue. We're going to set a keyframe for start and end color. Hit U to see our keyframes. Select them both, hit F9. or if you're on Mac, it's hold down Function, hit F9. Alright, and let's scroll over to where Joy pops out. And let's make our top color change to a nice pale green. And our end color, which that's kind of cool. I kind of like the color there. Let's see. A deeper, darker green. Yeah, somewhere in there. You get the idea. So now, the whole... Alright, that about does it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. I am Trey Trimble. I hope you learned how to become a good fruit ninja. And I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.